restaurant with one of the journalists. You know that person? You came out and say one of the journalists called so and so is in torture chamber.
Yeah. You are the guy?
And they were. My messages towards the campaign. I don't know whether I have that program or it's my message through non-call. At the time I send a message, Bobby, you don't need to go around and campaign. You just meet there, give them a song, move away, you don't have time to explain. I don't know whether you've seen that message. And he told me, yeah, he got that message.
But when I sing, they say I'm serious. I like to get, please go.
Please do this to me. Don't go with security, your security in different places. Anywhere you have people, leave those people away from you. Leave them stay at their places. Because once you go with them, they're going to arrest them. Please don't move with them. I sent that message, but afterwards, I saw that I don't see any people around you, those campaign motion, running out of that happening. I really appreciate it. Because once I come out from Nigeria, I called Zach, who talked a lot, and my lawyer was killed.
Please ask your question. Maybe we can interact to give everybody else chance. I'm sorry. Looks like you and I need to have a lengthy conversation.
Yeah, that's why I talk like this. I don't talk too much, but I give you the hint so that you can listen. We'll get time and talk.
Sure.
My lawyer was killed as person.
Who was that?
My best friend was also getting a temporary. Akim.
Is that Romeli?
Akim. Lega was a Muslim lawyer.
Yeah.
The leader of Muslim lawyer. You know that him. The name Peter, that's what you say. Me, I'm here at this moment. But people around me were killed. I cannot explain a lot of people who was killed in that process. But myself, I'm the only person I think who survived. Because you know where it is. They noticed. But maybe I'm among those people who make information. People who know where it is. I don't talk about it. For that reason, I don't go in different conflicts because I still people who know. For us, we survive.
And I know what is the regime.
Yes.
When I read the news about Uganda and what is happening there, I'm having like deja vu. Because we had the same.
Yeah.
So getting back to the idea of violence and non-violence. We used to be non-violent soldiers for many, many years. And Belarus doesn't have real election for 30 years. Every election is fake. So what we got with our peaceful protests. In 2006, protest failed. 2010, protest failed. 2020, we had a huge protest. Many people involved, and we just wanted Lukashenko just go away peacefully, nothing else. We called massacre. Dozen people killed, many people tortured, many people are in jail. We still have many political prisoners. It's kind of last dictatorship in Europe. Shame. So, question is, what is the probability of winning if we will continue just peaceful protest in the future? Maybe we should change something. We should change strategy. We should be more aggressive. more efficient, not just peaceful, because people lose faith, people lose power, people lose what is their worst, their lives. So what we should do. And last but not least, 3 years ago I visited Uganda, and I made videos, like a movie about my trip in Eastern Africa. I tried to reach your team regarding copyrights because I used your songs in my video. Unfortunately, I didn't get any response, so I just used your songs. I mentioned who is the doctor, Bobi Wine is a singer. Sorry, there are no royalties because this is a commercial video. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my sister. First of all, I'm glad to meet you. Every time I meet a person from an oppressed country, it's like I've met a brother or sister because we share the same plight. For clarity, my music, and I made it clear that anybody that uses my music for revolutionary purposes and for purposes of benefiting humanity, they are free to use my music. So don't worry, and encourage other people to use my music for the benefit of humanity. That's the least I contribute. And I'm very glad you visited Uganda. Now you asked a very intriguing question. What other strategy? Here in America, there were arguments back in the day between Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. While Martin Luther King was advocating for non-violence, and Malcolm X was saying that it is immoral and indeed criminal to tell people not to fight back. When a murderer comes to your house, you're not going to sweet talk them away. And yes, reading the history of the great Nelson Mandela, he taught us that non-violence works when the oppressor has a conscience. But when the oppressor has no conscience, non-violence doesn't work. I mean, we have protested and they've massacred people, young people, babies, Gen Zs in Kenya and Tanzania came to protest non-violently on the street, and they were mowed down. Painfully, the international community, the supposedly moral world, the free world, looked on, and before long they were pouring billions in Tanzania like they do in Uganda and other countries. Therefore, what other strategy? There's what is ideal and there's what is real. The ideal is non-violence. The real is violence. However, I'm persuaded that the ideal can actually be real. Non-violence can work. How does it work? These dictators would not be able to mow people down if they did not have a wind beneath their wings. For example, if America said you cannot kill people, those people will not be killed. Especially in countries that depend on America and Europe. Well, maybe in China, Iran and other countries, it can stand. I was at a conference with a brother from China, and he was asking for my advice. Says, I come from China and this and that. What do you advise me? Because I'm an advocate for democracy, I'm an activist, defending human rights and democracy in China, but now I have to end up running to exile. What do you advise me? I'm like, what do I advise this guy? Honestly, I told him, bro, you have a big problem. Because for me, my dictator is funded by the West. And if I can either provoke the conscience of the West to stop funding them, I will be home and dry. But you, your oppressor is rich and does not need any funding from the US. So I don't know what to do for you. Same way, in Uganda,